Do you love somebody even though they are wrong? Yeah, a lot of us do. I've always been somebody who feels things deeply. I would even probably say maybe too much. Like when I say deeply, I mean like really feel things. It's like my heart don't know how to let go. Even when logic says I should, my heart doesn't. When you wrong me or when your actions cut deep, I can clearly see the hurt and the mistakes you've made. Like, that's not a problem. It's like I see them clearly. And still, there's something within me that refuses to match your darkness with bitterness. So many people out here like matching energy. And I'm not in the business for that. I'm just not. I really don't have time for that. I don't even choose to go that route where people out here, I don't think people really understand when they say or do that, matching energy. It's like you really letting somebody else have the power and control over your own energy. I'm not matching energy. I'm not doing that. But instead of letting somebody else have control and power over my energy, I find myself quietly wishing for your healing, your growth, and your peace. I'd rather go that route than match energy with anybody any day. You can have the energy that you want, and I'll have the energy that I have. And we could just let that be. I I really wish that people can kind of really understand that and find a place where they can accept that instead of matching energy. We're not trying to do that. We don't want to match nobody's energy. We want to have our own energy. And if somebody so chooses to match your energy, then that's what they choose. And if you have good energy to match, then that's even better. But because of how deep I feel when it comes to loving somebody, even though they are wrong, my heart has this relentless way of holding on to hope and compassion. Even when logic and experience tell me it might be wiser to let it go. When you hurt me, when you do things that cut deep and leave emotional scars, it's not that I don't see your faults. I do. I definitely see them clearly. I see the mistakes, the pain, and the damage left behind. But somehow, through all that clarity, through all of that, my heart still chooses compassion. It still wants good things for you. I do, honestly. Hoping quietly for your transformation, for you to see things clearly, and for your peace. I wish those things for you. Maybe this kind of love or care seems foolish to some or even irrational. And it might be. Maybe it's simply my soul. It's the way my soul is crafted. Resilient enough to recognize pain clearly, yet gentle enough to hope beyond it. It's like, even though you did what you did, I still wish the best for you, no matter what. And that is true. I don't care what it is. I will always feel like that, and I will always be like that. I just feel like it speaks to the deep level of care, empathy, and unconditional love that I have. I can acknowledge your faults or errors, but still believe in compassion. We can do that. We can still believe in forgiveness and the genuine desire for growth, healing, and improvement. I think this is the part of me that is emotionally mature. Just being able to hold you accountable without wishing you harm or misfortune. There is part of me that has to work through that and grow, but for the most part, I deeply feel this way. Although there might be tugs at certain moments where I'm like, this is crazy that I feel like I still want the best for you, even though you've done me wrong. It's like I know you're in the wrong. There's no confusion in my mind about that, but my heart still wants what's right. Like I can't get past that fact. And that's just who I am as a person. I can see what you have done. I always can. I really can. But it don't change the fact that I genuinely want the best for you. Even when I'm hurt or disappointed, something in me still hopes you will heal, grow, and find your way. You know, it's just like I've seen the hurt you've caused. I feel it. I know who you are. I know what you do. And I felt the disappointment deeply and wrestled with my own anger and frustration. Trust me, I definitely still go through those emotions where I'm like angry and frustrated at what you have done or what you have said or whatever it may be. But somehow beneath all of that pain, my heart still reaches out for you. Somehow. It's so crazy when I think about it because it's just like, maybe it's empathy or compassion, or it's just my soul. It's just the way my soul is wired. I really can't help it but wish healing for you, even if I'm not the one to provide it. I've always carried this complicated softness inside of me. I know on the exterior, I'm hardcore, but don't tell nobody. On the interior, I'm pretty soft. But I do have this ability to clearly see the damage somebody causes, but still desire their happiness. I really do. Yeah, I wish you nothing but growth, redemption, and all great things. It's not easy. It ain't easy. It feels unfair, you know, and exhausting for somebody to do you wrong. It really does. But it's part of who I am, deeply rooted in my spirit. I choose to hold on to hope, even when logic and experience tell me to let go. Always. I'm always going to do that. In the end, I know that wishing you well don't erase the wrong that you've done. Neither does it excuse it. It just means that my capacity for care runs deeper than the pain you've caused me. That's both my strength and my struggle. Wanting the best for somebody who don't necessarily deserve it, but still hoping that someday you'll realize the depth of my compassion, even if it's from afar. Maybe this makes me vulnerable or overly forgiving. I really don't know. I'm trying to work through that. I'm continuously growing and working on myself, so I still have questions on how I function as a person. You know, maybe it makes me stronger than most. I don't know. Maybe it makes me weaker. All I know is that this is who I am. Someone who continues to choose compassion over resentment, healing over bitterness, even when it hurts. I don't do it for praise or recognition. I do it because deep down, I believe in the power of redemption. And I still believe in yours, no matter what you have done. Maybe this part of me, I don't know, I question it. I feel like it's just this persistent compassion, this unwillingness to match hurt with bitterness, makes me vulnerable in ways I don't always want to admit. I don't. Maybe it leaves me open to more pain, disappointment, or even heartbreak. Or maybe, on the other hand, it's my greatest strength. Proof of a heart powerful enough to withstand pain and still remain gentle, hopeful, and resilient. In the end, it don't matter to me how others might see it or how they might label this softness that's inside of me. What matters is that this is who I am. Someone who chooses to nurture compassion instead of resentment, who prioritizes healing over anger, and who, despite everything, continues to believe deeply in other people's potential for whatever is best for them. And that's yours included. I don't do it for validation or praise. I do it because at my core, I still believe everybody deserves a chance at healing. Even if it's not with me. Even if it means loving from a distance. I'm okay with that. And I just let that be. I think it has taken a lot for me to get to this point. Like I said, I still battle with all of the emotions for somebody who has done me wrong. But somewhere deep down inside, no matter what, no matter how I feel it, I still love deeply. So when I love deeply, I still want the best for you no matter what it is. And that's just who I am as a person. I can't really put my finger on it exactly. It's just who I am. And I know it's a lot of people out there who feel the same way I feel and who have the same mindset and heart that I have when it comes to loving somebody even though they are wrong. So let's just work through all of these emotions, y'all, and keep on pushing. As always, this is yours truly, Ezralyn, and I'll see y'all in the next video.